Yeah, Shanti, 8 overtimes didn't seem to be enough for the Bulldogs last week. Overtime here again tonight, the first time in SEC championship game history where the game went beyond regulation. A game that started a little bit of a snooze fest. I said it on Twitter, but picked up quickly in the second half. Carson Beck trying to get the Dogs back atop the conference. They're back at the bins for the third consecutive game and fourth time in the first 5 weeks of the season. 3 of those coming right here in prime time. Now, much of the extra attention can be attributed to the offseason acquisition of Kirk Cousins. And although the numbers have been underwhelming for the quarterback as he works his way back from that Achilles injury, Cousins' ability to lead is something Raheem Morris says was evident from the day he walked in the building. To me, I think it's the change in college football culture that kind of drove him that way. We're talking about NIL money. It's more, I don't want to say professional, but they are almost professional athletes now. And a lot of the politics at the NFL level, one thing I heard this week that was really kind of standing out to me was in the NFL, there's a lot of voices, a general manager, an owner, you got people in the building that are giving you their opinion on how things should look. And at the college level, usually that responsibility is solely on the head coach.
Yeah, man, I feel well put together, the best I ever felt, excited. I'm at peace, having fun with it again. My family's good, so, I'm definitely excited for this year.
Entering 2024, some inside NFL circles may have used the bus label for the former Tift County Blue Devil. Like that message back in June, the Ravens receiver came into this season as healthy as he's been since draft night. Saturday's game, he continued his breakout season for the 4-year veteran. Bateman had a team-high 8 targets, and he finished the night with 5 catches for 76 yards and a score. He has now found the end zone 5 times in the last 5 games. And is the second on the team in scores this season. His 756 yards surpassed the most he's had in a season by more than 240 yards, which came in his rookie year. Bateman finishes inside the top 10 of the NFL in touchdown grabs and top 5 in yards per catch. Bateman not the only South Georgia native making plays this weekend. Dameon Pierce, who's battled injuries all season long, healthy for Week 18 and getting an opportunity with the Texans resting Joe Mixon. He takes advantage. Pierce now owning 2 of the 4 longest touchdown runs in Texas franchise history. This one, 92 yards. He finished with a $176 on the afternoon.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 teams that I think gained experience last year, but Bowden has won 2 years in a row. This is a team that knows how to win. Brooks County has nothing to hang their hats about, though. This is a team that really had a young core on offense. I know they had 9 seniors on this team that really meant a lot, but to me, it's about the future. To me, it's the establishment of what Coach Josh McFarland kind of wants to carry on that tradition and legacy that Coach Freeman laid.
Now, right now, the number is 16, but Sankey was asked about the ongoing talks between Florida State and Clemson, perhaps leaving the ACC, in which he replied, quote, "Right now we're focused on R16. Morgan, as you can see, I couldn't get away from the bad weather. The rain is coming down here in St. Joseph's, Missouri, and hopefully for the Canes, the threes are raining down tomorrow night. We're less than 24 hours away from their head-to-head matchup with Minnesota State to see if they can punch their ticket into the Final Four. Now, this weekend has been a lot of celebratory things going on for the Lady Canes. They got to celebrate a teammate's birthday and also celebrate some people coming back home. Coach Hannah Hayden is a native from right here in Missouri. 4 or 5 players have actually played here in Missouri, whether it be on the JUCO scene or the NAIA scene. So now they're back, sort of a homecoming of sorts. And also, they got to hang out with some girls and should have some extra fans in the crowd tomorrow night. The road back to the state championship for Brooks County has been one of uncertainty, a new voice echoing in the Trojans locker room, but one with deep South Georgia football ties and the faith of the man who roamed the sidelines before him.
I'm sorry the run is over, but the run is over. I want to rest. And it's time for a younger man to take this job.
That man, Josh McFarland.
Ultimately, you're the ones that go out and play on Friday night. Absolutely. Trust the process. Trust the plan. We have a phenomenal game plan in place.
Following a legend is never easy. We've seen teams and programs at all levels try. The expectation, the pressure, and the desire of a fan base to duplicate success. It's almost impossible. Almost.
Coach Freeman's my guy. I grew very close to him in the 5 years that I was here coaching underneath him, and so I don't want to say fill his shoes, but to be the guy that follows him is definitely a tough position to be in, but I feel like he kind of prepared me to do this. I want to win just as bad as you do, but if you're not going to trust your coaches and trust the system that we have in place, we're not going to win.
5 years on a staff can prepare you for a lot. He was named interim head coach of the Trojans in April of 2024, a moment he had been preparing for long before he even knew what football was. The son of a longtime South Georgia coach in Daniel McFather, and a connection to the game that comes from the man that introduced it to him.
My dad and I talk just about every single day. I'm so thankful for that and so thankful for him and the lessons that he's taught me. And, you know, he's really the kind of driving force why I'm doing this to begin with. So it's great to have him as a mentor and as a role model.
After starting 2-3, McFather and the Trojans got rolling, winning 8 of their last 9 games. The community bought in, the players locked in, and a title back in Quitman is what Coach was here to deliver.
I think our community and our support base they're used to being in this position, but they also don't take it for granted. To bring it back home for them that's our goal. I mean, to come back with a W and another trophy to put in the case and another set of rings for our fans to help step up and buy for our players. That's all the things that they want for us, and that's what we want to be able to deliver for them.
A little bit of extra motivation for McFather. On Friday, Brooks County announced they are removing the interim tag and officially naming him the head coach of the Trojans. His message, the same as his predecessor, bring the hammer. And we'll find out if McFather and the Trojans can do that here tonight. Albany State back at the Coliseum after a trip up to the Empire State. Kentucky State looking or on the clock. Rams trailing 1. How about Dejon Richard? Says, let me fix that. The transfer diving into the end zone. Richard led the offense with 3 tutties, and watch him count them. 1, 2, 3. And then he would turn things over to the Dirty Blue defense, doing what they do best. A lot of new faces making noise today. Grad transfer. Devin Harrell on the sack. Jalen Glaze finds pay dirt untouched. A 2-score game at the break. The blue and gold held the Thoroughbreds to just 1 score in the second half, and the home team just kept piling it on the points. 4 different Rams find the end zone. Devin Dorsey on the reception. Albany State takes care of Kentucky State 49-21, moving to 2-0 in the SIAC. Now 4 games in, Coach Gray pleased with the way his team is gelling together. Turkey and football go hand in hand, but with the playoffs winding down and just 9 teams still alive in the GHSA playoffs, we celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday over the next couple of days with the 2024 Willie K. Jones Jr. Tip-Off Classic, the start of the season for many GIAA schools on the hardwood. The star of the night, SGA's Ella Ashley, entered Monday 27 points shy of 1,000 in her career. First quarter, the senior wasting no time. Hand down, man down. She knocks down the triple, and the Warriors would lead by 13 after 1. Off the miss, hustle play by Ashley here. Good for 2 more. 18 first half points. How about one more time off the look from freshman KJ Spann in rhythm. Both of the bottom of the net. She drains the 3 from distance. The playmaking just as good as the scoring here. Pushes it to Ava Rathel. Rathel scores the basket. Rathel and Ashley combined for 28 of the Warriors' 45 points in the first half. SGA leads by 33 at the break. Second half, Ashley now just 5 points from 1,000. Open look from well beyond the 3-point line. And look, she's locked in. She knows it's coming. Watch the smile. Just 2 more points and just under 5 to play. And here it is in transition. Ashley all the way to the rim. 27 points right on the number. Fresh off a state title in softball with many of her same teammates. Ashley now reaching the 1K mark. All Warriors in this one, and a special night for Ashley. That does it for Sports Talk. We have tomorrow night, we're going to be at some signings. We have basketball. Yes. It's going to be a lot of fun. This weekend, VSU highlights and reaction on Saturday. And then, of course, state championship on Monday. For Morgan Jackson, I'm Aaron Meaux. Have a good night, South Georgia.